All right, future me here. So I didn't do a good job of queuing up this video the day of, so let me tell you what this video is about. So I did the Boston to Martha's Vineyard day trip with optional island tour. I booked on TripAdvisor. So it was $185. So they do pick you up at a hotel. These are the ones that are included. I did have to lift over to the one that was the closest for the pickup. But from Boston to Martha's Vineyard, day trip excursion, you have the bus, the hotel pickup drop off, 3-hour narrated Martha's Vineyard 44 passenger bus tour, 50 minutes to shop and explore Edgartown at your leisure, 15-minute stop at Gay Head Cliffs, and then see all 6 Martha Vineyards towns during your island tour, drive through the charming town of Falmouth and Cape Cod Canal, scenic 35 to 45-minute ferry cruise from Cape Cod to Oak Bluff or Vineyard Haven, complimentary bottled water, snacks, guidebook, narrated mini coach bus ride, and 5.5 to 6 hour total time on the island. Gratuities not included, and beyond the snacks, food is not included. And this was by New England Trips. So I did the island tour because you can just get pretty much the ride from Boston to Woodhaven where you get on the ferry, and that includes your ride there, your ferry ticket, and then you just have time on your own on the island and can do whatever you want, and then your ferry ticket back, and then back to the hotel, and then you also get like the little snacks and water. Or you can add on the tour of the island, and that's what I did. So yeah, it was a good experience. You'll see that in the video, and I talk a little bit more about it at the end. But I hope you enjoy.
Unfortunately for Bartholomew Gostal, he had this third little annoying daughter by the name of Nan. And Nan was like, Daddy, I want an island too. So back on the boat he sailed, he found another island, he said, you know what, Nan, tuck her or leave it. That's our island. Now people always ask me, what is the difference between Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket? Well, Martha's Vineyard is 7 miles up the coast, Nantucket 30 miles up the coast. Martha's Vineyard 96 square miles, Nantucket 50 square miles. Martha's Vineyard, you want to buy a house, you better have $1 million. Nantucket, you better have $2 million. Now, as we come around the corner, if you look over here to your left, you're going to get your first view there of Martha's Vineyard. There it is, over there to your left, just across the water there. This is the same exact view that Bartholomew Gostal had back in 1602, as he gazed up and said, I got to go over there. So the water looks good today, no choppy seas. Pretty nice smooth trip over there. Oh, look at one of our buses. They stop there for people to take pictures of the water. Oh, nice of that driver. First, the lighthouse here in 1825. The one you're going to be looking at was actually built in 1876. This lighthouse stands 40 feet tall. There's actually 4 buildings on the site. There's the lighthouse. There's the lighthouse keeper's quarters. There's the oil room and the radio room. Now, in 1985, they automated this lighthouse, so nobody lives here anymore. Nowadays, they're actually in the process of turning this into a bed and breakfast. So you can't go inside the lighthouse, but you can go all around the grounds and you can take photos of the lighthouse. So we're going to stop here for a few minutes here. We're probably going to take like 10-15 minutes here, take some lighthouse photos, explore the lighthouse. Because you can't come to Cape Cod without stopping at a lighthouse. It's kind of a rule. Also, if you want, you can go across the street here to the left and you great views of the water. And you'll be able to see your ferry going by here as well.
All right, we got out and stopped at this Nobska Lighthouse. Beautiful. The big bus is ours. Ooh, that wind is a little cold.
Institute over here to your right. Also here to your right, got the Woods Hole Historic Museum. They also have a little garage here where they teach you how to build ships. There's shipbuilding over here to your right as well. Now, right here to your right is the library, this little stone building. Then you got the radio station over here to your right. You have the bank right here to the left. If you need an ATM, you can hit the ATM right there to your left. Here's the Pie in the Sky Bakery right here to the left. You want to get a slice of pie, sit out there, have another cup of coffee. Of course, right here to the left, that's the post office. If you want to mail a postcard from Woods Hole, you can do that as well, that brick building there. You got the end of the sun right there to your left. It's a little gift shop. Another little bed and breakfast right there to your left, the Woods Hole Inn. If you go in front of us, there's a little bridge there. You can stand on the bridge and take a selfie. You can also see this old piece of nautical equipment over there to your right. You can take a picture of that. You got the Coffee Obsession over here to your right if you want to get another cup of coffee. If you had enough of coffee and it's time to party, the liquor store is right up here to your left as well. Make that ferry ride much more fun. And then up here to your left, this little yellow sign. This is where you're going to find Maison Venate. This is the French pastry shop right over here to your left. So if you want to go in there and get chocolate croissants, you want to be like that guy right there in the window. Look at him just chowing down. Oh, right there. He's trying to clean up the crumbs. He's making a mess. Oh. That's why his wife left him right there.
Oh.
He's not wrong.
Look at him trying to clean it up now.
Right.
Now this bridge here, guys, they basically close the roads off, they draw the bridge up to let the sailboats go back and forth from the pond on your right to the ocean over here on the left, and hence the name the drawbridge. There is two traffic lights, one set of lights and both ends of the bridge. And those two traffic lights are the only two that we got over here. They're always in green, they only go right when they're going to close the bridge. Coming up on your right, there's a brick building with some solar panels on top. That's the Martha's Vineyard Hospital. And that's a big upgrade actually. It was built during the Second World War. It's coming up on the right. Not looking like that. They got a massive upgrade in 2005 to what we're seeing right now. But the money to build such a huge upgrade on the right there would come from celebrities that would vacation over there in the summer. They have a thing in the summer, it's called the Possible Dream Auctions. Basically what that is, you get a chance to bid for private time with celebrities. You can have Carly Simon sing for you and your family for like $50,000 in private. Or you can play golf with Tiger Woods for like $75,000, which he would allow you guys to win, of course. It's a big charity event. If that's too expensive, guess what, guys? You can go cheaper than that. Way cheaper. You can also have lunch with your bus driver for free. Not a celebrity, but I'll keep you guys entertained for sure. So the Inkwell Beach. And if you guys are familiar with that movie, Inkwell, that was filmed right over there on the left. Coming up on the left, guys, we're going by our seawall. And here begins our seawall. Our seawall over here now was built with the intention of blocking out all the waves in high tides. But let me tell you guys something, it doesn't work. In high tides, the water actually comes over just the same. On the left. And if you look at the pond on the right, oh, never mind that. Never mind that one, guys. In the summertime, we normally have a little Loch Ness monster floating around over there, but they took it out, so we always make a joke about it, but it's not there anymore. Now, this area that we're crossing over into right now, guys, it's known as Margate. Now, this name over here from a well-known guy was filmed over here on the left. All but one in the beginning when the girl got eaten by the shark. That was filmed over in South Beach, Edgerton. But all the the scenes right over here on the left. There's a scene
Seen
on
the
your
Jaws
left.
was
It was
filmed over
July
here.
4th weekend. The main character, Chief Brody, was on the beach with his family. The beaches were packed, but guys, no one wanted to get in the water. The mayor came and said to him, hey, we need some people here. Don't scare the mayor shark story. Now, just to please the mayor, guys, he went inside the water. But when he went in the water, everyone went in after him, and a young boy was eaten by a shark. When the young boy got eaten, everyone rushed out and they were there crying. The boy's mother was on the beach crying, and she was holding her head and she was saying, my boy, where's my boy? Remember that scene, guys? That was right over here on the left. Body of water on your right that we're going by, guys, that's called Central Nantucket Pond, and that's a Native American term. And that term translates to English shallow waters. And guys, that's very shallow. You can basically left turn on the corner of Church and Main. Guys, have your little blue tickets ready for me. I'll be collecting all of those little tickets right now. So around the corner of Church and Main, I'm going to be dropping you off here. I'm going to be picking you back up right here as well.
Church and Main.
Now to get to
Alright, good morning. Here's my view. Beautiful. I will recap from the Martha Vineyard stay. It was great. I stopped doing a lot of recording on the island because my phone was dying and I didn't have the right cord for my portable charger type. And I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get one anywhere, so I didn't want to be stranded without a phone. So, sorry you didn't get to see as much. But we had the picture montage in there. So hopefully that was great. Beautiful. It's very much a like beauty and sightseeing day. Here, I'm going to switch to the ocean or the water view for you. Very much like a sightseeing and shopping day. You get lots of times to go in shops and like eat and stuff. The part, like the little city by the port, you get to spend the most time in, and that, you know, I would have maybe liked an hour less there. But yeah, so most of the shopping I did was in Edgartown, and then you see lighthouses along the way. So overall, it was good. Our tour guide was good, Anthony, and then our driver from Boston to the ferry, he was great. So overall, I would suggest it. Just be aware that it's, you know, I can't imagine if my kids were little still, or even now really, they wouldn't have liked this, but no, my kids would have been very bored, I'm sure. Rowan would have, you know, put on a good face about it, but they would have been bored. So yeah, so I think kind of couples, adult only sort of kind of trip. There was definitely, did I see any kids? I saw a couple, well, I don't know if there wasn't any kids on our tour, but there might have been other tours going on that had kids, but I didn't see a whole lot of kids that weren't like residents of that island. Like there was a hockey tournament or something. So there was a bunch of kids with hockey sticks and then a bunch of kids with baseball bats. So lots of sports going on, but yeah, beautiful to see. I don't know that I would necessarily ever really feel the need to go back to Martha's Vineyard. Maybe if I wanted like the whole beach summertime experience, but overall good. All right, well, let me know if you have any questions, and future me will go into the resource for today's video. All right, the resource for today's video is going to be Operation Santa. This is through the United States Postal Service. So this is a way for kids to write to Santa, and then for individuals to adopt letters. So you read through the letter, you pick which one that you wanted to adopt, and then you can either do like individuals or families. You shop and then you ship. So letters began on September 15th, and then registration opened for adopting on November 3rd. And when we only have one more day for adoption starts. Actually, no. Yep, one more day, and then you can start adopting the letters. And then last call for letter writers is December 6th. And then you need to ship by December 13th. Yeah, so this is a good resource. There may be some more local options to you as well, which you can definitely dial 211 or go on to the website. But tomorrow we'll be able to start reading the letters. So, and it's kind of cute. Some of them are hard to read because it's in the kids' writing, but it's definitely nice to look through these as well. All right, well, let me know if you have any questions. Sorry about the rattling in the video. The window that I was sitting at was very loud, and it actually like came back and hit me a couple times in the elbow when we would go over something bumpy. So don't sit next to maybe one of the emergency exit windows. All right, well, thank you so much. Have a good day.